Once a giant, always a giant. For me, it's only a giant.
What's going on, YouTube? Diggy546, and we're back again from the dumpster fire that we call the New York Giants. We just keep getting more and more news about this, conflicting news, this, that, everything. We've heard over and over again that Deion Sanders is going to veto Shedeur Sanders from being, a Giant. He's going to veto it. And I've said a couple of times that I didn't think that that was as true as people were making it out to be. I think that whatever city he goes to, whether it be Las Vegas or New York City, he's going to have a lot of opportunity for marketing himself. He's going to make a lot of money. Whether he's good or not, he's going to make a lot of money the second he steps foot onto the practice field, or the second he, holds up his number 1 jersey, because he's probably going to go number 1. The second he does that, he is going to make a ton of money, whether that be Vegas, whether that be New York City. But either way, he's going to make a ton of money. The hype is going to be out of control, especially if he was in New York City. It would be even crazier, because this wouldn't be the same as Daniel Jones. This will be the Giants taking a quarterback that people loved, that people actually wanted to take in the first round. And that hasn't happened in literally over 20 years now, because 2004 is where we're wrapping up 2004. So that hasn't happened in forever. The hype in New York to finally have a new quarterback that the majority of fans actually wanted, that would be something else right there. So I don't think there's much to that. I don't think that Deion Sanders is going to veto at least the Giants or the Raiders. I can't see that happening. And then the whole thing about, he's going to the Cowboys or the Raiders, like, he's not going to the Cowboys. They just paid Dak. We've already rehashed these things over and over again on the channel, so I'm not even going to go back into that. But I wanted to get on here to talk about Shedeur Sanders playing catch with Malik Neighbors. And I put out a tweet saying that, and it's kind of like when you're outside and like you get in trouble with a friend, and then your parents say like you can't play with him anymore. So I was just kind of thinking of that when I saw him playing with Malik Neighbors. If Deion were to actually veto the trade, it's like my dad said we can't play together. So that was kind of funny to me, but it does not seem like either one of these two quarterbacks, they don't have anything against playing with Malik Neighbors next year. He's obviously out there bonding with them already. He's playing catch with them. Cam Ward talked about how he's a guy that can go out and get 50-50 balls. He's a guy that's truly a number 1 receiver, and I'm paraphrasing right there. Malik Neighbors also talked about him. He said they're both amazing quarterbacks. It seems like a love affair. Whatever quarterback comes here is going to be excited to be here. Whatever quarterback doesn't come here would have also not minded being here. And I don't think there's much more to it than that. I saw another tweet that said that it was from that account where they just tweet out pretty much anything. It's like Rookie Watch or something like that. And I saw another tweet that said that Deion Sanders is actively trying to stop him from getting on the Giants. He's actively trying to do it, and he's not going to play for the Giants. Well, Deion Sanders Jr. retweeted that and said this is a blatant lie, pretty much. And again, I'm paraphrasing. I don't have all these things in front of me. And then Deion Sanders Sr. retweeted it saying it's a lie. So do you really think that Deion Sanders both Deion Sanderses, do you really think that they would go out there if they honestly had an issue with the Giants? They could very well just let it just lie. They could very well just let it lie. But he is essentially going out there saying that he is not trying to prevent Shedeur from getting. I don't understand how many times we have to go over this. And it's not with you all. It's just the mass media continues to put out misinformation to say that this guy's going to veto this, when these two franchises, no matter what you think of the franchises, because I've already kind of argued that you can argue that the Giants are in a better position. But at the end of the day, both are at the top of the draft. Both are probably not going to win another game this year. And the thing is, both are major cities. Las Vegas is a great city to make a bunch of money. You already know there's a bunch of money in Las Vegas. New York City is a great city to make a lot of money. It's just really that simple. So I don't see him vetoing it. And then let's talk a little bit about Cam Ward, because I made a ton of Shedeur-centric videos. By the way, you can find both Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward film breakdowns on my members only section of the channel. You can also find that right now if you hit join. And I like Cam Ward. He's starting to grow on me. before I had Shedeur Sanders. If Shedeur Sanders is 100, I had Cam Ward at about an 80. Now I would say Cam Ward is about like a 90, 91, 92. And I just really like the way he gets rid of the ball. I like how he can get rid of it quickly. I think that's a skill that we saw is very important because Daniel Jones tried to throw the ball away how many times? And it got intercepted because he just couldn't get the ball away because he had to have this long wind up motion. And some people say that they don't like Cam Ward's throwing motion. Some people say, it's like this, it's unorthodox, but he gets it out very quick. I don't have any issue with that. He's a guy that's going to play exciting football, and that's what the Giants need. He's going to be out there running around like a chicken with the head cut off, and it's probably going to start off very sloppy, but it's backyard football, and I think you need backyard football to win these days. Both of these quarterbacks can do it, but Cam Ward can do it better, than a lot of guys that have recently even come out. I mean, you could think of Caleb Williams. Other than that, as far as backyard football goes, Cam Ward is up there. So that's something else he brings to the table. He's bigger than Shedeur Sanders, so he can absorb those hits a little bit better. He also was a little bit better at not holding the ball as long. Both of them hold the ball a long time. Both of them give up sacks that should not have been sacks, but he was much better than Shedeur at that. And I think Cam Ward also has some of that same fire that Shedeur Sanders has as far as like supreme confidence. I'm going to, go out here and win this football game. And I think both of them have that. At the end of the game, I mean, Shedeur Sanders is a monster. I think Cam Ward the same way. You saw him go out there and dig himself a bunch of holes. And what does that remind? Listen, I hate to do it, but what does that remind us of? That reminds us a lot of Eli Manning. The guy goes out there, throws 2 pick sixes, goes out there, and everybody's saying, look, Eli Manning stinks. And the next thing you know, the Giants have scored like 20, 30 points unanswered. And we're out, ready to win the game. And I just saw that Panthers game tweet of when Odell and Josh Norman were going at it. And Odell scoring that game-tying touchdown against Josh Norman. And that's what Eli Manning gave us. Think of that. Think of the Buccaneers game where Eli had us down like 20-something to nothing. All of a sudden, Hakeem Nicks and Victor Cruz go bananas. And we come back against the Bucs, and Eli throws for like 500 yards. And I think we ended up winning that game. I'm pretty sure we ended up coming back and winning that game. So this is what we need. We need a guy that can close at the end of the game. We need a guy that is really going to come in and lead this team. And I don't think we've had that vocal leader since Phil Simms. As far as a franchise guy, we have not had that vocal leader since Phil Simms. So that'll be refreshing. I'm very sure we'll get one of these guys. And I don't think anybody's going to be vetoing anything. I don't think anybody's going to be vetoing anything. So you don't have to worry about that. Hopefully the Giants get to choose. But right now it's looking like Cam Ward because it's looking like even if they don't veto it, it's looking like the Raiders are going to keep that pick. And they very much do want Shedeur Sanders. I think he's quarterback 1. And I think both of these guys have a chance to be really good. It's just all about what happens and what situation they land in as far as the coaching staff, as far as the receiving core. And right now I kind of say we might. It's a toss-up. Brock Bowers, Malik Neighbors, receiver versus tight end, who knows? But we'll find out. We'll find out really soon. And I just wanted to get on here while we're waiting for the Heisman. Congratulations to probably Travis Hunter. Cam Ward's there for the vibes. I don't think they're going to give it to him. But congratulations to Travis Hunter. And it was good to see Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders in New York. And that's all I got.